Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Suify here, and today we are going to be hopping into the idea of an islands pack. So we all know a DLC will be coming in a few months from this recording, but around springtime of 2023 will be the first pack of 2023, so they're probably going to make it a nice one. And I'm really thinking it's going to be an islands pack. So I've made a roster just for this video of an islands pack, and there's 8 animals because I feel like we have enough pieces. We would have 7 habitat animals and 1 exhibit animal, and the exhibit animal is different, so stick around to the end to see what it is. Alrighty, so first up we have the brown New Zealand kiwi, and there it is coming on in, and I think this would be a really good, animal for, in general, because we don't have very many Australian animals at that, and it's kind of original. We don't really have any New Zealand animals, and New Zealand is a perfect island, it's kind of one of the main ones I think of right away when I think of the word island, but I think it would be a great head animal of the pack, if you know what I mean. Like the capybara was the head of the wetlands pack, and the armadillo was the head of the grasslands pack, and so on. But I think that would be a great header animal. Alrighty, for the next animal in the islands pack, we have the Tasmanian Devil from Tasmania creeping on up here into his number 2 spot. I feel like this is the most wanted out of all these animals I have for the roster in the pack. We all thought we were getting it with the Twilight pack that we thought would be the Nocturnal pack, but we got fooled with that, and it ended up being Halloween themed, which I actually really like in the animals. I actually am liking a little bit more. Definitely not my favorite pack. But anyways, I feel like this would be a really good animal, again, for kind of the Australian thing, but not all these animals will be from Australian islands. Most are from Oceania, but I'm talking about, when you think of Australia, kiwi, and Tasmanian devil definitely come up with, they're not Australia specific, but they're not, Southeast Asia. That's what I'm going for. But I think there'd be another really great animal. I'm going for smaller animals kind of in this pack. We have some larger ones, but I feel like we're missing a lot of small animals. Alrighty, next up, coming in here, we have the sloth bear, and I think I'm going to go for the Sri Lankan island, and I'm very sorry, India, because I know you guys have them as well throughout all of India, actually. Mostly, I think, actually not maybe northern India, but definitely all of Sri Lanka and most of India, but I'm going to go with Sri Lanka for the island theme here. But I definitely see it's very controversial because we have lots of bears in the game, and some people want more original animals, but there's not many more animals that we don't have, and I feel like a sloth bear is a really icon, and they're surprisingly really dangerous, and you can always make a fun fact video on them if we want to, but they are really very, very dangerous to lots of animals. They kill tigers and just their claws, like anteaters. You can also get into depth in that in a different episode or series or something we can make. But anyways, definitely a really cool animal. They're like an overgrown bear, basically, so if we could get these in the game, I feel like that would top off all the bears, even that, the Andean mountain bear from South America for a mountains pack, which I might make a video on. I feel like we don't need that, because it kind of looks like the sun bear and a Formosan black bear, but I feel like this one's kind of original. So if we get this one, I feel like that would top it off with the bears. Alrighty, next up we have another animal coming from Sri Lanka, and this one I don't really know about, but here it comes. It is a fishing cat. It looks like a clouded leopard, a Pallas cat, and just a lot of different cat species, but it's you would have to Google it, but the pictures of them, they look really cool, and I actually find them fascinating, and I didn't do too much research on them, but I did find they are from Sri Lanka, so sorry for the repeating islands here, but try not to do that, and I don't think it happens again. No, it doesn't, not on my list at least. But, you know, I think it would be a very cool animal. I kind of feel like we need it to top off the cat species. Like, we don't have too many small cats. We have lots of big cats. Not. I feel like this would top off, like, the lynx and the collar leopard and all that. And, like, I just really feel that we need this to top it off, because I don't really know of any other cat. Like, I do not want a bobcat and stuff like that. I want these original cats. I mean, I would prefer a Pallas cat, but in a mountains pack or something, I would definitely prefer a Pallas cat. But then again, can't get everything you want, but I feel like a Pallas cat would be better than a fishing cat. But fishing cat for the islands pack sounds nice. So next up in the islands pack, we have this antelope looking thing, and I don't really know how to pronounce it correctly. I didn't Google it, but I think it's Anoa, Anoa, A-N-O-A. You can go search that up if you would like. But Anoa, it is different looking in my opinion. They look very bulky, and their spots on their face and the kind of back, and their antlers, well, horns, shall I say. I'm sorry, correct myself. But I think that would top off the African antelope. I think they're, nope, I lied. They are not from Africa, sorry. They're from Sulawesi, and that's where the Babirusus came from. Kind of looks like Babirusus now that I think of it, but they're very cool animals, and if we could get these, I would be very happy. I usually don't like the antelope species, but this is very, very cool. In second to last habitat animal, we have the Sumatran rhino. If we get these, this will be by far my favorite of the pack. It's like better than all these other animals combined that we've seen. This would be so cool, but I also think they're called the Javan rhino. Correct me if I'm wrong, if that's a different species. But these come from Sumatra, or I think the Javan rhinos come from Java, or I'm sorry, I really don't pronounce these. I didn't do too much research, just kind of good ideas, but I think we need a final rhino species for sure. These ones are the cutest things ever. They're like a pygmy hippo. They're gorgeous rhinos, and if we get these, I will be so ecstatic and happy and everything. And I just feel like we need them. We need a final rhino species. So these ones are just cute, perfect to end off the rhinos, and I feel like we would have every variant of rhino. We would have an Indian rhino, like a African rhino, and you know, this kind of like pygmy rhino. Think we need it. This one has to come. Alrighty, coming up in a second, we have another animal, but this one is from Madagascar, and there it is, the Fossa. I would be so happy with the Fossa, and I feel like we need more Madagascar animals, and really the only Madagascar animals are like chameleons, which would be a great exhibit animal, but it's not what I have selected for the islands pack, because I didn't want to, you know, use the same island. But Fossas and lemurs, those are really don't have much in insects. They don't have too much. I think they have cockroaches and stuff, but that's about it. This is the only natural predator apparently of lemurs too. So if we could get these in the game, I've seen one at the Bronx Zoo, and forget what other zoo, but I have seen them 2 zoos, so like, I mean, I think they're common. I would be so happy if we could get these 2. They're really cool, and I just feel like they would top off. I don't know if they're a cat or a dog or in their own like raccoon kind of category, but you know, if we could get these, that would really be nice. Okay, to end off our islands pack, we have the Sally Lightfoot crab from the Galapagos. We only have one Galapagos animal in the game, and that is the Galapagos giant tortoise. And I feel like they could kind of do like an axolotl like exhibit look with like the water and then the thing in the middle, but they are very cool and bright and colorful, and Planet Zoo's kind of mastered exhibit animals, so I feel like this would be a great opportunity to introduce crabs into Planet Zoo, and it would be a great exhibit animal to have. I would definitely have them. They like crawling mechanics or just snapping mechanics. I don't know how big they are, but by the picture they look relatively big for a crab. I mean, I've definitely seen smaller crabs, but very cool crab, lots of colors, and we need this. I just want to say one more time, thank you everyone for coming and watching. If you haven't already and you've stayed this long, please leave a like and subscribe right away. It's very quick and easy, and I'm trying to reach a goal by the end of the year, which will not be shared until I reach that. So if you could just help me reach that, and you will definitely know when I reach it. So everyone, thanks for watching. Go watch my other series videos. Comment if you would like to be named, an animal named after you, or, you know, and just come in, comment. You can just say hi if you want, and we'll have a great time. Also, my Discord link is in my description of my channel. I will probably link that in the description of the video though. So thank you everyone once again for coming in, watching, and I will see you in the next one.